Hey everyone, this is Ryan Smith and I'm going to show off some gameplay of ZeroDay. Please note that this is a huge work in progress and anything you see here is subject to change. The project used to be called Cyberstrike, however this name has been used by a couple other games and I don't want to stir up any fuss, so I've decided to rename it ZeroDay instead. ZeroDay refers to a hacking term which is defined as a previously unknown vulnerability in a computer application. Since the game takes place in cyberspace and you are essentially a hacker who's using a piece of software that visualizes the computer system you're infiltrating, as well as the defense programs that it dispatches to attack you, I figured that the name suits the theme of the game quite well. So let's take a look at some of the abilities that ZeroDay has to offer here. If you hold left mouse button, that shoots your primary ability, or your primary offensive ability, which is very similar to the way Geometry Wars works. You move your mouse around and the character just follows the orientation of the mouse and shoots just like so. The other abilities we have are hack abilities. So we have Repel, which will repel projectiles coming into it. We have Attract, which attracts them and ultimately shoots them out at all different angles when the hack ends. And then we have a new ability called Slow, which slows projectiles and any enemies that are in the central radius. The cool thing about hacks is that you could stack them, so if I do this, you'll see that all these projectiles are flying around all over the place. You do the same thing with Slow, which is pretty cool. You get a really neat result, and it creates a pretty cool field that you could drag enemies through. Another ability that we have is called Virus, which is sort of like a screen clear that you're only going to have access to every once in a while. It's going to have a pretty long cooldown because it's really powerful, and that's what this looks like. Just a virus or an actor that pretty much propagates out at a certain angle and then blows anything up in its path. And now we have a new defensive ability that was just added recently called Firewall. Now when I hold spacebar, I activate that, and anything that tries to penetrate the firewall gets obliterated. So let's take a look at what gameplay is like when there's actually enemies to be spawned. Now enemy combat is something I've been working on for a while now, and I've been trying to get the AI to not be retarded and stupid and pretty much just kill each other by firing projectiles. And it took a long time since I'm pretty new to all this stuff, but since that finally went in and I'm happy with the result, I'm finally able to see what gameplay looks like. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a wave-based system right now, but again that's subject to change. And you see that we just spawn a bunch of enemies that follow you around and shoot at you. Now I can use my firewall here and block projectiles, but you'll notice that I only have a limited amount of firewall, and once that goes out, the ability is gone until I either get another one or I can recharge it, which will take a really long time. Now this is where hacks come into use. I could use Slow to slow all my enemies down and kind of rain down on them with my offensive ability. Or I can do things like throw a repel hack on myself, which will reflect bullets back at them, which actually do damage if they hit them. Another cool thing I could do is throw an attract ability on one of the enemies, and it pulls in all the projectiles that would have otherwise gone right past them. Now where large enemies spawn like this, I'm about to lose my firewall. This is a good ability, or a good opportunity, to use the Slow along with the Virus, and of course I just pretty much died there. So that's pretty much all I have to show you guys for ZeroDay at the moment. In the future I hope to be adding a lot more enemy types that will require you to use your hacks and all your different abilities in interesting ways to defeat them, as well as some more updated art and flashy graphics. So once again, this is Ryan Smith and this is ZeroDay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll leave you guys with some videos, some more gameplay.